Oi, gente! Are you there, guys? We are live here. I'm just trying to check your messages here so I can see your comments. So here we are. What's up, guys? How are you today? How did you pass your day? Did you celebrate Teacher's Day? Here in Brazil, as I told you, if you saw our Instagram account a few days ago, I told you that we are in a break. It's a small break, but as Saturday was Nossa Senhora Aparecida's Day and also Children's Day, and today is Teacher's Day, we have this break. Schools are not having classes in many cities. So today I could go to the pool, enjoy the sun. It was a great day. So, how about you? How was your day? I know that for most of you it was a regular day, you worked and everything, right? So let's start with you guys saying, where are you from? So, where are you from, or where are you talking from? Let me see if you have already any comments. Whoa! A lot of comments actually, right? So, oi, Charles! Boa noite! Boa noite, Jerry! Boa noite, Pink Pearl. I remember you. Jean, boa noite, bem-vinda. Ei, Saif, tudo jóia? Let me see who else is here. Olá, Nino, boa noite. Sejam bem-vindos, gente. Oh, so someone saying, Pink Pearl is saying that yesterday was in Columbus Day. Or, okay. It used to be Columbus Day and now it is Indigenous Peoples Day. That's nice. In Brazil, we celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day on April 19. If I'm not mistaken, I guess it's April 19. And normally at schools, people do a lot of work on that. Olá a todos! So Pink Pearl is eating some jaca, as we say, chips. How different! But probably this exists already here in Brazil too, because I know that people are very crazy about these chips right now. Because we used to have only from potatoes, right? Some time ago. But now, yesterday actually, I saw some from. I forgot the name in English. Beterraba. I will remember soon. So, guys, remember to take a screenshot of your screen, and you can post this picture, this emoji with the hashtag Aula do Yes, right? So if you are already a Yapper, you can also use our hashtag Yapper, right? Saying that you are a Yes Portuguese student. So don't forget to share with other people so they can know where to find nice materials to study Portuguese. It's good to spread good news, right? And also, if you like our classes and our channel, don't forget to give us a like. This will help us to be visible for more people, right? So guys, today I promised you that I would teach you some football or soccer expressions. I guess I'll use the word soccer because most of you, I guess, are in the US, right? Am I right? So I can use soccer, but sometimes maybe I'll just say football, being if I'm not so concentrated, because football is more similar to the word in Portuguese, futebol, right? Which comes, of course, from English. So just before we start, let me see if you have any other questions here. Um, is everything all right in relation to the sound? I hope so. But if you have any problems with that, you can just tell us. You can use the chat and just tell us if you have any problems, okay? So remember to use the comment section to ask your questions. So this is a very laid back class because we'll talk about these expressions and they are funny, they are interesting for those who are interested in football, in football, in soccer. But even if you are not so into soccer, I think it's interesting because as this is a very important thing for Brazilian culture, you probably will hear people saying these things, right? Yes, last year it was the World Cup, and I had an American teacher, actually an American professor who was teaching at the university where I studied, and we worked in this same research group. And then I invited her to come to my place to watch one of the games of Brazil in the World Cup. And she was kind of uh, she was very surprised about how crazy we get about football. So what I mean, guys, is that this is really something big in our culture. So it's good for you to understand what people are saying when talking about football, right? So if you are not very familiar with the game, so you will find out some positions I'm going to teach you, and also some of the possible ways to play, let's say like this, okay? So let's go. Are you ready? So if you are in our WhatsApp group, you have received this material here, right? It's the written material we send every Tuesday before our class. So normally in the morning we send these writing materials for you to use during the class. So with this one here, you can follow in a better way the class, check what am I saying, and even if you want, you can print it and take your notes and really use it as it was a regular class. Don't forget that, guys, this is a regular class, right? So about that, it's good to remember that try to be focused now because you're going to learn some stuff, and try to be in a place where you can really understand things, make your own notes about the things we are going to discuss, right? So this is a real class. It's an online and free class arriving to you. So about this material, if you are not yet in our group, you just go, you can leave your email here in this chat, then we can add you to our, sorry I said email, but in this case would be your phone number, but then we can add you to our WhatsApp group. But we know that it's a little bit weird, right, to just drop your phone number. So if you prefer, you can go to our Instagram account, and there you will find a link to be added to our WhatsApp group. So in this group, we send these materials for the classes, for these live classes. And also twice a week we send some audios, some dialogues with the audio and also the transcription for your practice, right? So it's a very nice tool to help you to improve your Portuguese skills, right? So, guys, let's talk about these expressions of football or soccer in Portuguese. Let's go. So, to start, tell me, do you like soccer? Be honest with me. I won't be mad at you if you don't like it, okay? So, I'm not a huge fan either, but I mean, if it's World Cup, you have to cheer for Brazil. You can't just ignore the World Cup here. You know that when is the cup? If we have a Brazil's game, if Brazil is playing against another team, actually we don't really have work to do. I mean, it's considered like holiday. For example, classes, the schools won't open for classes during the moment the game is going on. The game is going on. So, for example, if you have classes in the morning, and if in the morning that day we have a Brazil's game, we won't have class during the time of the game. So kids will be dismissed. This is what happens, guys. So this is something big, right? So that's why I might say you can't ignore the World Cup being here. So let's see some interesting facts about these positions we can find in a soccer field. So to start, guys, we have here this picture with the field, and in Portuguese we say campo. Let me put in here for you. This is campo de futebol, okay? So the field where the players play, we call in Portuguese campo de futebol. And the players are jogadores. Players, jogadores, okay? So we can specify jogadores de futebol or just jogadores, okay? So, here, guys, in this image, in this picture, you can see these these forms like the players, right? In blue, you can see the players of one team. In red is a player from the other team. And here in black, we have a specific function in the game I'll tell you about, okay? So here you can see what we call goleiro. Here you can see zagueiro. Both are zagueiros. In here, lateral direito, and in here, lateral esquerdo. All of these are considered meio de campo, meio de campo. Here we have meia, meia, and finally, atacante or centroavante, okay? Here we have the goleiro from the other team. And here is what we call árbitro or juiz and técnico, time reserva, okay? So I'm going to show you what each of these words mean, but if you need to check their positions in the field, you can just check this image here, okay? So let me find if you have any questions, guys. Nino is saying Happy Teacher's Day. Thank you. Pink Pearl too. Thank you, Pink Pearl. Let me see. So someone is saying that in his or her country they say football. It's very similar, right, to the way we say in Portuguese. Let me see if there's something more. Well, I'll try to check up, but I think there's no question. So someone is saying that can't see the image. Ah, okay. It was not so clear maybe for you guys, but it's not a problem anyway because I'll tell you the words right now. Okay. Um, I guess. Oh, guys, sorry. It was my mistake. I forgot to change the screen for you to see my screen too. Right? So sorry. But now I guess things are available for you. So here is the image, the picture I was just talking about. Okay? With goleiro, zagueiros, lateral esquerdo, lateral direito, meio de campo, meia, meia, atacante ou centroavante, here árbitro ou juiz, and here goleiro. Okay, so it's good to check that you couldn't see the screen, so I changed that. So now I guess you can see. So let's find out, guys, these positions. So the first one I had talked about was this one here. This is the goalkeeper, goleiro, okay? Goleiro. It's the one responsible for take the big kicks coming his way, right? So right after him, we have these two positions we call zagueiro. Zagueiro. So this is the defender, the person responsible to protect the goal. Not as the goalkeeper, goleiro, but he also has this role of protect, right? This area over here. After them, we have what we call lateral direito, right side, and here lateral esquerdo, left side. Okay? Someone is asking, where is the gandula? Gandula guy is the guy responsible to pick up the balls, you know, when sometimes the ball just don't stay inside this field. So we have this guy responsible for just go catch the ball. This is what we call gandula. Let me show you. Gandula, right? So I had written this, you were not seeing, right? This is the field, the soccer field, we call in Portuguese campo de futebol, and here the players, jogadores, okay? So what we just saw, lateral direito, lateral esquerdo, and in here, in the middle, I had told you that we have what we call meio de campo. As the name says, these are the players who stay in the middle of the field, right? So, midfielder, okay? Meio de campo, meio de campo. And this is also considered midfielder, okay? And finally, the last guy is guy we call atacante or centroavante, which is the forward or center forward, okay? So let's check how to pronounce correctly all of these names, guys. So you can pay attention, and if you want, you can repeat just after me, okay? When where you are. Goleiro, zagueiro, lateral direito, lateral esquerdo, meio de campo, atacante, centroavante. Okay? So these are the positions we have in a soccer game. What about the field, o campo? What we can see in the field? So first we have campo de futebol, the football field, right? We had talked about this, right? So all of this is considered the campo de futebol. We also have the goal, o goal, right? Where we try to put the ball inside, right? So this is the goal. So the sound is more like an O, a closed O. So go, go, go. Okay. It's very similar, guys, to the verb go in English. Okay, go, go. We also have the goal post, trave do gol. Here we cannot see, right? But it's this part that belongs to the goal. So this, a trave do gol, sometimes the ball just goes there, right? Instead of going inside the goal. So this is an important part. We call it trava do gol. Trave do gol, sorry, trave do gol. And here, these are important. Oops. These two are very important parts. Grande área, big area, and pequena área, small area. So, a grande área, guys, is this part in here. Can you see? With this line, this is considered the big area, grande área. And in this side too. This will be the big area, grande área, of the other team, okay? And this one in here, the smaller one, is the small area, pequena área, okay? So in the other field, this will be the small area, okay? Well, what else? Finally, we have the side, a lateral. So after this line in here, all this part is considered lateral. And in here too, all this part over here is considered lateral. Over here, the name is other. We call it linha de fundo. Linha de fundo. Over here and over here. So I can write it for you. Linha de fundo. Okay? So, lateral over here, and in this part, linha de fundo. Okay? So, Saif is saying that grande área is called penalty box. Great. That's it, guys. Pink Pearl is asking if we are going to watch a football game. We are not watching a whole football game, guys, because then we would have to stay here for like 2 hours at least. No, so we won't, but I prepared some interesting videos for you about some interesting ways to conduct the ball, maybe to kick the ball. Okay, so you're going to see this, and I'm going to tell you the funny names we give to these specific ways to play. Okay, so we are going to watch some nice videos, okay, with football in action, right? So we talked about the positions of the players, as posições. We talked about the field, right? O campo. But now let's talk about other characters in this scenario, because we talked about the positions the players have in the game, but we have other people, right? In the scenario of a soccer game. So one of the most important ones is what we call árbitro or juiz. This is the referee, the one who will, in here, in the image is the one in black, right? The one who will say if there is a fault, if there's something wrong about the game, and will count the time and everything. So this is very important. We have also kind of an assistant, which we call bandeirinha, the linesman. We have, guys, one guy here in this side and another one here in this other side, right? And he will be responsible to check if the goal is legal in terms of position. So this guy is called in Portuguese bandeirinha. Bandeirinha. Because he holds a little flag. And bandeirinha means that, a little flag. Okay? So we also have the coach that in Portuguese we call técnico or treinador. Okay? Técnico, treinador. The guy, the player who will be the top scorer, the one with more goals in Portuguese is artilheiro, artilheiro. And we also have the teams, right? The word is very similar, but pay attention because in English maybe you will be likely to pronounce this in a different way. Remember, we say times, times, okay? Times. So the teams. We have the opposing team, time adversário, ok? Adversário. O time reserva, the reserve team, or you know, the guys, the players that won't play, that stays in the bench, waiting for being called if needed, or if some player has an injury and then he have to be replaced. That's why we have this time reserva. And guys, we also have the crowd, people who are there for just cheering for their team, right? This is the torcida, torcida, okay? So let's practice the pronunciation of these words and also these ones because we only practice the first group. So let's start over here. You can listen to me and repeat after me. Campo de futebol, gol, trave do gol, grande área, pequena área, lateral. Very well. Now the characters. So let's go. Here we have some tricky names, so pay attention. Árbitro, árbitro, juiz, juiz. Okay? So these two, I guess they are a bit tricky, so pay attention, right? Bandeirinha, técnico, treinador, artilheiro, times, time adversário, time reserva, torcida. Okay? Were they easy? Let me see what you thought about it. Let me see. Pink Pearl is asking, how do we say time? Oh yeah, this we pronounce like this: chimi, chimi, chimi. That's it. Time is this. Time is tempo, tempo, tempo. Okay. So it's good for you to compare these two. Okay. So tempo is time. E time is team. Okay? So tempo, time, time, team. Okay? So pay attention to not mistake them, guys. Let's check the last group of vocabulary. So let me see if you have any more questions, guys. Substitute bench. Saif, that's it. Time adversário would be the opponent team, okay? The one we are playing against, okay? And time reserva, guys, would be the players in the substitute bench. Yeah, we can call like this. In Portuguese, we say banco reserva. Banco de reservas, okay? Yeah, Charles, lot of new words. It's just like a glossary for you to just get these new words. And guys, believe me, when I was preparing this class for you, I was thinking about all the expressions, the words you would like to know, and everything. There are a lot more words than the ones I put in here. We have lots of other words, but I couldn't put them all here, and the class would be so boring because we would just learn a bunch of new words and we couldn't really fix them. I already think that we have lots of them in here, but it's just a way for you that like football to get them and to start learn them. But we have a whole new bunch of words and expressions to learn, so we can have an expressions of soccer class too some other day, with more expressions maybe that we say referring to the game itself, you know, because it's a lot, guys. We have lots of things here. That's it. So let's check what are the actions we can do in the field. So, que ações podemos fazer no campo, right? So, the first and most important one, chutar. Chutar, which means kick the ball. Chutar, chutar. Guys, this it's interesting because although all the things the players do are just kick the ball, but actually we use more this verb when the guy is right in front of the goal and need to kick the ball in the direction of the goal. So normally in this case we say chuta, meaning go for it, kick the ball in the direction of the goal. Because when they are just like kicking the ball before this big area, the penalty area, we normally just use tocar, which is pass the ball to someone else, okay? So when the guys are playing, passing the ball one to the other, without being this penalty area, it's normal to say toca, toca. And when the guy is facing the goal, you know, when he really has this opportunity of score a goal to kick the ball in the direction of the goal, we normally in this case use chutar. Então, chuta. When we are watching the game, it's common to give these orders, right, to the players, as they could listen to us. So we say sometimes, toca a bola, so just pass the ball. Or in this other situation, chuta, chuta, okay? Shoot, so Kevin is saying that in English they say shoot. Good, good. So, very similar. Chutar, tocar. Driblar, guys. We can translate this as swing the body, controlling the ball with the foot in order to escape the attacks of the opponent. So, o drible, right? To make this is like to avoid the opponent player, right? Guiding the ball through it, you know, when you are able to just pass this opponent player with the ball in your foot, right? You have to be very good to do that. So, what is cruzar? Cruzar a bola. So, interestingly, here the complement of this verb is the ball, a bola. Chutar a bola, tocar a bola. But here it's driblar o jogador, because we can get rid of the player, right? So this is the movement. So chutar a bola, tocar a bola, but driblar o jogador. Cruzar is also a bola, because cruzar means throw the ball over the big area, the penalty area. So when you throw the ball, like making this movement, when the ball passes over the penalty area, this is what we call cruzar, okay? But we also have lançar, lançar a bola, which is take a long pass. So for example, imagine, let's check the, oh, it was here, sorry. Here, imagine this player over here, lateral esquerdo, imagine he kicks the ball, he passes the ball through this guy over here who is much closer, right, to the penalty area of the opponent team, right? So if he throws the ball through to him, this is what we call lançar, because it's a big shot, you know? It's a long shot. So it's a long pass. This is lançar a bola, okay? Here we also have this other possibility, recuar, recuar a bola. This is kick the ball to the goalkeeper. So imagine these guys over here are with the ball, but it's hard to pass through the opponent team and get in here. So sometimes they can be really like in a corner without really having a way out. So it can recuar a bola. So give the ball to the goalkeeper, okay? So kick the ball to the goalkeeper, pass the ball to him. It's not the best idea, of course. The team is always looking for going forward, but sometimes it's needed to go back, right? And how do we call this? Score a goal? Fazer gol. Fazer gol. So when the guy scores a goal, when the player scores a goal, we can say fazer gol. So I can say in the past, ele fez o gol. So let's see here, guys. I can say ele fez o gol. So he scored the goal. Okay, ele fez o gol. So imagine only one player scored the goal. I can say ele fez o gol. He scored the goal. Okay? So we use the verb fazer. Fazer. Which is translated in English to make or to do. Okay? And now we'll start to watch some small, quick videos of these actions here, which are a little more complex and much more interesting to be seen than explained with words, right? So, what is this? Fazer gol de bicicleta. Do you know, guys? Literally, what does mean? Let me see. I love that you guys are using the names of the Brazilian football players. Firmino, Gabriel Jesus, very, very good. So, do you know what is fazer gol de bicicleta? Literally, it means to make or to do, actually to score a goal of bicycle. Does it make any sense? Nina is saying, Gabriel Jesus fez vários gols de bicicleta. So let's see a goal like this, guys. Let me see in here. I guess we're going to watch this one. So check what is gol de bicicleta. What is fazer gol de bicicleta?
Rivaldo. Viene el balón de frente, Rivaldo con el pecho, la chilena de Rivaldo.
Do you know this player, this soccer player?
Barça 3, Valencia 2. El gol de la temporada sin duda alguna. 43 y medio. ¡Qué momento para meter!
So do you know him? I'll play it again. Pay attention to the guy who scores the goal. He is the one who does exactly this expression we are going to learn. He's the one who is fazendo gol de bicicleta. So check.
Rivaldo. Viene el balón de frente, Rivaldo con el pecho, la chilena de Rivaldo. ¡Gol! ¡Madre mía, qué golazo! Lo que ha hecho Rivaldo.
So this, guys, is what we called fazer gol de bicicleta. So when you receive the ball, let me put in the moment he does it. Notice that he receives the ball here. He dominates the ball with his chest. So, domina a bola com o peito. Let's see. Ele domina a bola no peito. So, he dominates the ball in his chest. Okay? Then, when the ball falls, he just jumps in a way that one of his legs already kicks the ball in the direction of the goal. So, check this moment. Checked. Once more. Here. This is what we call gol de bicicleta, guys. It's very hard, right? It seems. I have never tried, but it seems hard. And it takes ability because you make it not facing the goal. Normally you are de costas para o gol, right? You are not seeing the goal. So it's tricky. It takes ability to do it, right? So this is what we call fazer gol de bicicleta, okay? That's it. Very good. And who recognized him? He is Rivaldo, guys. This guy, his name is Rivaldo, okay? The name of the player is Rivaldo. Very, very good. So, the other expression is about something that actually doesn't make anyone proud. This is levar frango. Do you know what this means? Let me see if you have any comments. So, levar frango. Literally, it means to take a chicken. So, I'll put the image for you so you can check and try to understand what this means, guys. So, let me put this in here. That's it. Pay attention, guys. And let me just put this one in here.
Oh my goodness! Oh. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Ooh, not so good. Right. Can you guess what this means? Levar frango? Check what happened to this goalkeeper, guys. Poor guy. The guy here did exactly what we just saw in here. He kicked the ball to the goalkeeper. Recuou a bola. He wasn't attacking the goalkeeper. He was from the same team. He just passed the ball to him because it was hard to get rid of the other players. But when the goalkeeper received the ball, he did this. Oh, this is a very, very big one. This is what we call levar frango. Because he tried to kick the ball, right? To give this big kick to take the ball from the penalty area, and then he missed the ball. Then it entered. Miss the ball was already enough to be like kind of embarrassed, but then the ball passes through him and enters the goal. So it was like a gol contra. Oops, as we say in Portuguese. Gol contra. When gol contra. When a player scores a goal against his own team, right? So check once more what the So when the goalkeeper takes a goal in a very silly way or in a way that embarrasses him, this is what we call levar frango, guys. Poor guy. So levar frango is this one, when the goalkeeper takes a goal which he shouldn't, the one that he could have defended the goal, but instead of this he didn't do it. Well, let's see some other nice things now, because enough of embarrassed moments. What is dar uma caneta? Dar uma caneta. Literally, what this means. Do you know, guys? Someone is saying that I want to see what is caneta, okay? Caneta is very nice. Literally, it means give a pen. It doesn't make any sense, right? Gives a pen, to give a pen. So let's check what is dar uma caneta, guys. Check this out and try to recognize the player, the football player. I'm not sure if you could really see this, because it happens in here, and it's like, it's a kind of cut by the image. But this player here in red, look at what he is doing here. He passes the ball at this moment. He passed the ball between the legs of the other player. Did you see it? Let me put it again. So he's here. He's very handy, muito habilidoso, as we say. When we have a very good player who knows how to do this kind of things, we say ele é muito habilidoso, okay? So in here, he's with the ball in his feet. Then to get rid of this player, he passes the ball, look, between the two legs of the other player. This is fantastic, right? Let's see it in the real time. So he comes here and then poof! He makes the other player crazy. Ooh, it's so fast, he don't even see it. Did you recognize this player? Yeah, this is Ronaldinho Gaúcho. He's amazing. He's muito habilidoso, a very, very good player. So he did it. This thing of passing a ball through the legs, between the legs of the other player, so you are against this player trying to get rid of him. When you do that, you get rid of him by passing the ball between his legs, then you did that. Deu uma caneta. And it's amazing, right? Then finally, guys, this other thing, the last one, which is very cool too, is the one we call dar chapéu. Dar chapéu. So do you know that? What does that mean? Dar chapéu means to give a hat. Doesn't make any sense either, right? So let's check. What is this, guys? Dar chapéu. Let me find it. This one over here. So, dar chapéu. Check this out. Eita. Guys, can you recognize this player? I think you can. I think you can. So, I'm playing again o chapéu. Check. Wow. This is incredible, right, guys? So, o chapéu is exactly this movement he does in here. The ball comes to him, and he knows that he has another player to face, but to really continue with the ball, what he does is to throw the ball, like covering the player, picking it in the other side, and then he kicks the ball. So that's it. Look, he has the ball, so he passes the ball, covering the other player, and he picks it here and paf, makes the goal. Check. This is pretty cool, right? Well, so dar chapéu is this: when you have the ball and you passes the ball, covering the other player, like making this movement. That's why we call chapéu, because it makes like this, you know, covering the person. So you cover the other person, and then you have the ball to continue to do whatever you want. So once more. Woo. It's amazing because after he does it, he scores the goal. It's amazing, right, guys? So this is dar chapéu. So what about you? Have you done one of these things? I can say that probably I have done this one. Eu já levei frango, provavelmente. I was awful with soccer, so I can just watch it, guys. I'm off. I tried when I was younger at school, but was not for me. So guys, this is very cool. If you want to, if you are really into football, you can type these things on YouTube, for example, or on Google. Just this, for example, gol de bicicleta. Then you will find lots of players scoring goals doing that movement, like a cycle. If you want to check some embarrassed moments of goalkeepers, you can type this, levar frango, or just frango do goleiro, okay? Then you will see lots of things. And if you want to see some of these very nice actions involving lots of ability, you can try caneta or chapéu. Then you will see lots of players doing that. Some YouTube channels even select some of the best chapéus, some of the best canetas. So it's very nice to see them. And that's it for today, guys. So how did you find it? Was it cool? I hope for you who like football, this was very useful. And for those who are not so into football, you can learn some stuff, some vocabulary, and it will be easier for you when being here in Brazil to understand people talking about football or soccer, right? So if you have any questions, I'm here. I can help you. So, of course, we can check more, guys. I can prepare some more expressions for you because, as I was telling you when I was preparing the class, I saw that there's a lot of expressions, and as these expressions sometimes are used even in other contexts, because it's something so important in our culture. That's why I think it's very important for you to know, even though maybe you don't like football, okay? So I think this is very nice for you to really learn. And if you haven't any more questions, I'll say goodbye to you guys. And before saying goodbye, actually, I have to thank you for being here with me. It was amazing. So always very nice to have you here, guys, talking to me during the class, asking your questions. Don't forget to post this class for other people to see. You can use the hashtags we saw in the beginning of the class. Aula do Yes, Yepper. And if you like the class, don't forget to give us a like. Then more people can find us. Thank you very much, guys. We are always there on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. So if you are looking for more materials, follow us in these platforms, and then you will find lots of content for you improving your Portuguese skills. Okay? So thank you very much and see you next class. Tchau, tchau, gente!